Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Lewis here with Crypto Elite, and today's date is September 10th. It's Monday. Happy Monday. It's the start of a new week. Hopefully, your Mondays, you crush Mondays, and you love them because it is the start of the work week, which means that it's the start of the week for you to just absolutely crush life and hustle and make money and just fucking like make your dreams come true into reality. So I love Mondays. I don't know about you, but Mondays are one of my favorite days. Anyway, let's go into the Bitcoin update. So once again, I have my good trade sheet right here. This gives you a lot of information on whether or not something's a good trade. And then I have my checklist right here. I'm going to be adding on to this, refining it, making it better as time goes on, as I learn more and everything like that. So let's just start out right here on the monthly. What's the first thing that we say to do is to draw the trend line and the counter trend line. Is it forming a pattern? What does the pattern say? Well, I drew them out right here and right here. This is the trend line and this is the counter trend line. It's basically forming a descending wedge. As you can see, there was a little bit of a breakout breakdown right here, breakout right here, but overall this is still the bearish pattern. So I am a bear until maybe we hit this support level right here at 5,800, or until even we drop all the way down to this level down here around 5,000, 4,900, 5,000 region. Anyway, you could also see on the RSI, RSI is still in the middle. It's not oversold, not overbought. So it has a ways to go, whether that be it's going down or up. The only thing that I could look at when it comes to the weekly is the fact that if you look right here, this low was 5,700. This low was, this low was 5,783, and this low was $20 higher at 5,800. This low right here was 5,900, and now we have another low. I don't know if you could say this low is established, but this low was 6,115. So the lows are getting higher. You can see right here, the lows are getting higher. So if we draw that out, it's like that, right? And the highs though are continuing to get lower. So that is a possible play, but to be honest, I doubt it. I doubt that really has much significance. I'm still a bear. That's the weekly. Let's keep on going though. So we have the support, we have the trend lines, we have the support and the resistance levels. Fibonacci comes next. So if we draw the Fibonacci on the weekly, what do we get? Let's draw it from here to here. We get it so that if it were to bounce up, 6,500 could be a good region to go short. You might also go up to 6,800. That's a possibility. If it's going to the 61, if we extend this out, the 61.8 might go up here. But I would put my money on the 38.2 at 6,580 to 6,600 level if it was going to come back up from this where it's at right now. But to know that, to get a little bit better, let's go into the daily. So what's going on in the daily right now? Make it a little bit bigger. All right. Zoom out. So on the daily, what do we have? We have support. We're in a range right now where this is the support. As you can see, if you look left, there's just been lots of support. Bounces right here, bounces right here, a few bounces right here. It broke down for a minute, and then a couple more bounces right here. So We are at a support level, except the overall trend, though, the overall trend right now is still bearish. So I'd be more prone to short the bounces up rather than to long the dips down for my swing trades. And for most of my trades, unless I'm just doing a very quick scalp, which, like I mentioned before, I'm sort of getting out of. I don't really. It's very stressful, to be honest. The super short scalps, but if you get good at them, then you can make some more money. So I'm going to keep on experimenting with that. But this is the thing right here. This is the 20 and the 40 EMA. 20 and 40 EMA is really good for trending assets like crypto, like Bitcoin specifically. So it crossed over. The 20 EMA crossed underneath the 40 EMA. That's a bearish sign right there. I also have another indicator on the 4-hour that shows that it's bearish. But this is a pretty bearish signal. You need to wait until the EMAs catch up, and then once they catch up, it could consolidate a little bit. And this is what I mean by this. So it's bearish when the 20, like this right here, right when it crossed over, this would be a good bearish signal, right? And then what happened? It came down and it touched the EMA. It came down. And until it got to around here, like right here, this is a good bullish signal because the it's on. Firstly, the price action is on top of the EMA. Secondly, the EMAs have crossed, so those are good bullish signs. And obviously, it went up another like 15% before coming back down, and now it crashed. So right here would be like a more bearish signal right here. Anyway, it's now bearish. But to be honest, if you want an even better signal, you go into the 4-hour. But let's just look at the daily right now. We have the trend lines, support and resistance levels, Fibonacci. What does the RSI and MACD tell us? Well, here is the RSI. It's looking like it's lower, but it's not below 30. It's not above 70. So you want to play the RSI when it's below 30, and you want to play it when it's above 70. Those are the best plays when you could do that. So it's still sort of in the middle right now. How about the MACD? The MACD did cross over. That's the bearish sign down there, and it looks like it's indicating more bearish signals right now. So I wouldn't really want to long too much unless I'm just doing like a quicker long, right? Anyway, let's go down into the let's just do the Fibonacci because I forgot to do the Fibonacci. So do the Fibonacci from here to here, swing high to swing low. And all right, this is a good level right here. This is the 38.2. So if you did long and you want to do like a longer term long, like more of a swing trade long, this is a good long right here for 4 to 5%. It's a possibility, and it might come up and bounce off the 38.2 before coming back down again. Possibility might come up and bounce off the 61.8. If it does come all the way up to 61.8, like I said right here, this is a prime shorting zone. This is where I'm going to be shorting, is right in this level from 60. I'll probably bring it down to 6,800 to 6,900, somewhere around here. Anyway, let's go down into the 4-hour because the 4-hour is where it gets a lot more interesting. So if we zoom out, that's what you could see. What's the trend line right now? Well, let's draw that out. Trend line and counter trend lines. That's the first thing we do. So it looks like it's forming some maybe a triangle type deal. Yeah, it looks like this is what it's forming, and then maybe it'll form this, and then we'll have another breakdown to this level, to the 6,000 region. This is the next support zone is right here. The next support zone is around 6,100. And then if it breaks 6,100, then this will be the next support zone down here is 6,000. And then obviously if it breaks 6,000, then we have all of this. Mostly around 5,800 is where, 5,840, that's where the next support is after that. So it's not looking too good. You could see that it did come up, touch the EMA once, so it might come up and touch it again at 63.47. So perhaps you want to put in a short around this area where the EMA, what you could do is you could sort of just extend, oops, let me take this off. You could extend the EMA and sort of gauge where you think it'll come to. And then you could put a order in, around that level, and then hopefully it'll drop. That's one option. But yeah, it looks like we need some time. It's sort of in no man's zone. Like these are, let's look for another support level. So here is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Around here is another support. So where it's at right now at like 6,284 is not really a good opportunity to do anything. But you could potentially long right here, short right here, long right here, short right here, long right here, short up here, or short here, and then take profits right here, or simply take profits down in this area as well. That's another option. So yeah, let's look at ETH as well. Because Ethereum has been a little bit more volatile. So you might want to play Ethereum based off of what Bitcoin does. So what you could do is if Bitcoin starts to trend down, you could short Ethereum instead, because Ethereum has been a lot more volatile. The only thing, I just wouldn't necessarily short Ethereum right now because the RSI is oversold again. But I mean, just look at this. It could be oversold. It could be oversold and for a long time and continue to go down, right? It has continued to go down ever since the very first time it was oversold, and it's went down 30%. So that is a possibility. But if Bitcoin goes down again, then Ethereum is probably going to go down a little bit more. So that might be a good opportunity to short. I wouldn't necessarily go long. Yeah, I wouldn't go long as like a trade, as like a swing trade. I would, most of the time, I would try to like go short and then take profits at the support. So this is something that you might want to take note of, is that in downtrends, when the EMAs have crossed over and the price is below them, you can short and take profits on the support levels. So short the bounces high and take the profits on the support levels. Or in uptrends, you can long the support levels and take profits at the resistance. This is a good, it's simply just a good strategy to have. And let me just do this real quick. There you go. Yeah, it's just a good strategy. It helps to mitigate losses pretty much. So what would be my game plan? My game plan would probably be I could put in a short order around 63.50 with a stop limit above, or stop loss above it, like right around here, just in case it pops up above the EMA. Or I could alternatively wait to see if it goes down and then short ETH once I get a little bit better confirmation on ETH, maybe on the 1 hour. It's a little better. Nah, it's still pretty bad in the 1 hour as well. So let's do this. Looks like it's forming a very similar triangle pattern, maybe even like this. So it's possible it'll break down. It'll actually break down very soon. So you might also be inclined to short ETH as well, because it's, if you're doing like a quicker trade, because you can see it's been just getting rejected off of these EMAs constantly, and it might actually break down to this, support area down here. So 2% gain if you short it and it works out. Just be sure to set your stop losses in place. And I'm going to check something real quick, and I'm going to see if there's anything else that I want to say. Okay, yeah, so the only other things that I've been able to find was that possibly we have an inverse head and shoulders forming, where this right here is the left shoulder, and then over here is the head, and then over here is the, and then over here is the right shoulder, possibly forming. This is another possibility, right? Right shoulder. So if this does form, maybe has a possibility to come back up before coming back down. That's really the only other thing that I saw. If really what Bitcoin does, it will determine what alts do, in my opinion. I think if Bitcoin falls, the alts will just plummet. I think if Bitcoin rises, then alts will do pretty well. So you could see this is one possible resistance right here. This is another possible resistance right here. So this is 6,350. This is 6,500, and then this is 6,600. These are really the big zones that I could see right now for resistance. It could come all the way up here, and if it comes up to 6,800 to 6,900, that's another big shorting opportunity. So personally, I have a couple shorts in very, very small position sizes at 6,450. So that's 6,450. That's like right around here. And then I have another one at 6,500, 6,540, 6,580, and 6,600. So my first short is somewhere around here, in case it just pops up and then just goes back down. Super very low position. Then I have one right here, and then I have one every $40. So one at 5,400, one at 5,800. 580. 540, 580, 6,000, 6,600. Do I have anything else after that? No, basically between 6,500 and 6,600 are where the majority of my shorts are stacked. I mean, if it goes past that, I'll probably just get stopped out, and then I'll just short it at this position. I'll just wait and I'll just short it here instead. Like with a lot more, with basically everything that I used for this, I'll just short right here. And that's my position right now. I'm also, gosh, if I change my mind on Ethereum, then I'll update the Telegram group. But right now, I don't see Ethereum going up. It's weird because I see Bitcoin going up, having a little bit of a bounce, and altcoins are dependent on Bitcoin for the most part right now, what Bitcoin does. So Ethereum should, in theory, go up. It doesn't look like it will. Let's just see here. We have, I don't really see too many signs for Ethereum. It just keeps on getting rejected. Just Ethereum is just taking a fucking beating. Oh my god, if you were short on Ethereum back here, you would have been killing it. Of course, I bought it up here, or I bought it somewhere around here, thinking that this was going to be the breakout. But no, it's completely fell. Terrible. Maybe we'll see 150 for Ethereum. That's its next stop. I think that's its next stop. Let's go down to the daily. Let's go down. Look at that. Look at how bad that looks. Shit. Actually, let's go down to the weekly. Yeah. It's pretty much at support right now around the 190 area. You can see right here. This is the good support. 1 touch, 2 touches, right? And this is really the next one. If it breaks this area, 150 to 160 is what we'll be looking at next. That's Ethereum. So anyway, that's my update, and hope you guys have an awesome day. I'll see you in the Telegram group later.